I have an apology that I have to make.
If you would like to learn about fairy folklore, delve into modern fairy faith spirituality, and explore fun and fanciful fairy-themed events, please subscribe to Fairy Fortunes for new videos every Friday.
This summer when I was at the World of Fairies Festival, I encountered a very excited woman. She was in her late 20s, early 30s, who very excitedly talked to me about the Hodag. And as I had done quite a bit of research on the Wisconsin area and some of the cryptid creatures that exist here, I said to her, "Oh yeah, the Hodag is a hoax." And her face just fell. She was absolutely crushed because she was so excited to tell me about the Hodag. So when I saw that happen, when I saw her energy just fall and that she was so disappointed, not really angry at me, she just took me at my word. And all of a sudden, instead of it being this mythical creature that she was fascinated by, it just suddenly became a hoax to her. And I thought to myself, that is not who I am, that is not what I'm about. I never ever want to make somebody feel that way again. Because especially coming to Rhinelander, Wisconsin, which is the official home of the Hodag beast, I have learned that it doesn't matter that this man named Gene Shepherd in 1893 made up a story about the Hodag so to make money and to bring people to the Rhinelander area. That really doesn't matter. Let's just say that that's exactly what happened, that there isn't a mythical creature named the Hodag. This beast has nothing to do with the Mishippishu legend of the Ojibwe tribe, and it was just a tall tale made up by Gene Shepherd and his logger co-workers. Let's just say that that's exactly what happened. It doesn't matter anymore because Hodag here in Rhinelander is so much more. He is the mascot of this community. He is everywhere in this community. He is very real in this community. Even if his realism is only viewed as a tourist attraction or a fun reason for people to visit Rhinelander, he's real here, even if he's just a story. In a magical context, he is very real because there is a process in magic called a thought form. I've talked a little bit about this before in other videos, and also entities called egregores or servitors. They're all very similar beings. I would say though that a thought form is more of an accidental creation, where an egregore or servitor is a very intentional creation, magical creation, if you will. A thought form is created when there is so much belief in an idea or a concept that this idea then becomes sort of sentient on its own, and it takes on a life, if you will, of its own. And I do believe that if Hodag is not an actual cryptid, if we're going to go there, if that's the path that we choose in our belief, he's still real because he is now a sentient thought form of this area. The Hodag has actually even gone beyond Rhinelander. He's mentioned in the Harry Potter universe now, and he was actually featured on an episode of Scooby-Doo. So there are so many people that are now adding to that mythology and are adding to that thought form and giving this life and color and more emotion. So I do believe that the Hodag is real, if only in the context of a thought form. I was chatting with Ben Brunell of the Hodag store here in Rhinelander, and he pointed out that Hodag is very special here. He said, ask anyone who has been raised here, who went to Rhinelander High School, and say, are you a Hodag? And they'll say, yeah, I'm a Hodag. But you can't go to West Virginia and say, are you a Mothman? People will look at you like you're crazy. And you can't go to other parts of Wisconsin and say, oh, are you a werewolf? Are you a Bigfoot? There's no frame of reference for that. But here in Rhinelander, you're a Hodag. Ben Brunel gave the impression that he really thinks that the Hodag is a piece of folklore, that it was a being that was created in the logging camps with Gene Shepherd. But it's more than that for me. In my video on Rhinelander's Hodag, I talk about how my experience with a cryptid in Illinois bears a striking resemblance to the Hodag. And after being in Rhinelander and learning more about this creature, I'm beginning to think that this is a legitimate cryptid. This is a legitimate, probably fae-like being that is very much a part of this area. This is its home. And this is a creature that we do not fully understand and has magical properties and probably is some type of fairy creature. Maybe the Hodag started out as a hoax, but he's very real to the people of Rhinelander. And I think there might be more to this story. And so I just have to reiterate again that I'm just so sorry that I crushed that woman's belief. I shouldn't have done that, and I'm never going to do that again. I hope that in time that she forgives me for that. But I think the most important thing is that this was something that this woman was excited about. It inspired her. It was magical to her, and I took away that magic. And I never want to be that kind of person. I never want to do that. The whole point of Fairy Fortunes is to inspire people, to provide creative ways to experience our world. And that is exactly what the Hodag does. The Hodag is a creative experience. So I do hope that you consider the location of Rhinelander and experiencing the Hodag for yourself. And with that, have a magical day.